G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, the next repair just came in today, so I thought I better share this one with you. Here it is. What is it? Well, a lot of people may know, some of you mightn't. It's a gate opener, closer. Now, it's designed for a slide gate, and this little pulley on here just pushes the gate backwards and forwards. It's remote controlled. Switch here, obviously a limit switch forward and backwards. It's got a battery up here, motor and electronics. Now the guy that dropped this in said doesn't work. I have no idea. This is it. This is the first time I've seen this particular one. I have worked on these before, and normally they're very straightforward, but you know, electronics, not necessarily. It's very straightforward. So here it is. Turn him round. There's the back. There's a circuit board in behind here, a couple of screws and all out. This fella, not real sure. It looks like it's to a battery charger or the supply from the battery charger, because it goes to the battery leads. At the moment they're unplugged, so yeah, probably external battery. I can see a transformer in there. I don't know. Is this powered? I don't know. I don't know what the transformer would be. Don't know much about this. But anyway, there's a key lock here, and obviously there's some keys here with the remote, which is very kindly given to me. There we go. So there's your remote, keys. I don't know what this key's for. I don't know whether it's turning it on, off, opening, closing, lifting the top off. Probably locks the unit somehow in place, maybe, so no one can steal it, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, there it is. Let's take a closer look and hook some things up here and see, can I get it doing anything or work out how this works. Okay, there we are. So we've got a positive. Now the battery appears to be fully charged. Positive here. And something happens. There's a current draw there when I hook that up. Don't, let's turn it around. Don't really know what's happening here. Okay, let's see if a key does anything. And obviously it's a different. Okay, there we go. I don't actually know what that does. Okay. Hang on. What have we got here? Some sort of lock. It's some sort of pin lock. There's actually a little spider in there that's keeping us company, so we'll just keep him in there for the moment. Yeah, we might look for, I don't know how much current that's drawing. Let's, yeah, I'm not sure. It's not a lot, but nothing is happening at all. Okay, here's the remote. Let's see if anything goes when we hook him up and test the remote. I hear a relay. I hear a relay click. There we go. Nothing. Now, first of all, what I'm going to do, put a power supply on the motor and see, is it a motor problem? Is it open circuit, I don't know, brushes or whatever? So we'll check the motor first. So we'll release our battery. I don't want to flatten that too much. Obviously not much is happening here with it. Now, I'll just grab some leads for the power supply, turn him on and set him at 12 volts. And is it 12 volts? I don't know. Is it 12 volts? We might set it at, it'd have to be 12 volts. Let's take this cover off and see what the battery is, and then we'll know, I hope, what the battery is, what the motor is. We'll need the power supply anyway instead of using the battery, but I just thought for a start, to get an idea of things. Now, okay, there's a couple of screws down in here. If you've got one of these units, this may help you diagnose or may get you into more hot water. Okay. Right, now we can lift the cover off our battery. And yeah, it looks like the home of spiders in there. Now, battery is 14 volts, 12 volts, 13.6. That's the battery we've got in it. Okay. Standard gel cell, nothing special about that. Okay, so we're pretty sure that the motor will be 12 volts. Let's have a look, put the power supply and see if anything turns here. Okie doke. We have 12 volts on here. Let's see, can we see anything? Yes. So we're turning. So we know, actually I'll put our voltage back down to 6. So it turns a little bit slower. There we go. And we'll try and back the other way. Seems a little bit tight, but we can work on all that later. Current draw, 2.2 amps there, 2200 milliamp. So not over the top for something like this. So if I keep him going around there, and yeah, it gets up to 2.8 amps there at 6 volts. So if we go up to 12, we're still looking, yeah. But a really bad thing there would be to get your finger jammed down in there my hands are cold, it's a cold day, that wouldn't be a good thing. So that's all the all the testing I'm doing there. So the motor works, that's fine. Okay, let's go back to the 12 volts and put it on here so we're not using the battery. Now we're on 12 volts and actually we're drawing 3 amps. It's actually tripping. So something is shorted. Something is definitely shorted. That's dragging 3.1 out of the power supply, which is its limit. And yeah, I don't think you can see that. We'll bring the supply up here a bit. Okay. Now this is the one we're running on this side here. So as you can see, if we release it, we've got 12 volts, and our current limit is set at 3.1 amps, which is flat out. So it's this side. Ignore this. This one isn't turned on. So if we turn our power on, connect him up, you can see voltage drops down to 2 volts, 3 volts, and drawing the full 3.1 amps. So something in here is, yeah, fairly shorted actually. So it looks like it could be something to do in the box. I don't know. We know the motor's not seized, so it's not this. It's nothing to do with the gearbox. The problem has to be in here. So let's get this off. And you can probably hear the rain on the roof here. At the moment, the rain's come in fairly heavy this afternoon. Now, okay, we've got some cables here that just go through rubber grommets on the top here. But it looks like, now, guys, you've definitely got to be right in the action on this one. Okay, there you just go. And there we go. What have we got in here? Well, lots of thingies. Okay, the first things first, I want a bit more lead to get this thing out of the road, so we'll snip these fellas off. And give ourselves a little bit more lead. Now, as soon as I open this, I smell burning. I smell something is burnt. So that will probably help our fault finding no end. Right. So here we go. I can't see anything obvious. Can't see anything at all obvious. So I think what we'll do with this, we've got a power supply section here, a couple of relays, and possibly a MOSFET to, it's quite warm actually. That may be the motor drive, maybe not. Don't know. Let's put a bit of power on it and see what we can see. Okay. Right. Is this fella getting hot? No, not really. Nothing. This is where we need a thermal camera, isn't it? Could be a shorted diode in here. No, actually, that's not hot at all. Something down in here is pretty warm. Something in amongst here, cap. This 2200 mic cap is warm, which really shouldn't be. Yeah, that fella is getting warm, but it could be a relay driver too. I don't know anything over here. This is your signal side. Now, down here will be a little 433 meg receiver board for the remote control. The brains up here, I guess, with his crystal. So yeah, it's a PIC 16C576 or something like that. And of course our settings, we're certainly not touching any of them. I did hear a relay click. Okay, guys, I think the best thing with this is to get the board out, put it here on the bench. Yeah, we can't run everything, but do something is burning. There's something down along here. There's a couple of diodes here running hot. No, there's a bit of heat around here, and there should be it running at 3 amps, because this thing should draw almost nothing in situ. Okay, I will turn this off, and let's get the board out. Now that's unique. That's unique. This one's unique. That one is, and this is an antenna for our wireless. So take him off. That fella off. That fella off. And that fella off. There we go. Pretty easy to work on, actually. Now this board is held by what? It's not very much. That's good. Okay. Is there there's no remnants of any capacitors blown up or anything like that in there. Righto. Here's our board. We've just got to find out what was burning. Okay, guys. Let's have a close look. That diode there been very, very hot by the look of that. And he's still hot. Now that could be a Zener. Don't know until I get him out. But turn him over, and yes, there he is there, been extremely hot by the look of that, especially up this end. Discoloured circuit board. So let's put the meter across that fella. I'll bring this down there. Righto. Now, things like this, there's no need for a circuit diagram, really. It's straightforward. Okay. Let's see whether we've got a short on that diode. Sure have. 1 ohm. And I'm pretty sure that's a dead short. I'd say that's our problem. It could be a Zener protection, or it could be a feed diode. I'm not real sure. Now, you didn't... it was just off the camera shot. Sorry. There he is. Dead short. Now, there's a couple of big fellas here. Let's have a look at them. No problems? No problems. Now, we should get a diode junction this way, so we should have about 0.6, 0.5, 0.6. And we don't get that either. Could be Shotkeys. Don't know what they are. We should have a diode junction happening there. Well, Baz, it helps if you put it on diode, doesn't it? Okay, try that again. 0.4 and 0.4. We try this fella. Yeah, dead short. I'm fairly confident that this fella is the problem. But what else, we really don't know. But anyway, I will give you guys a little bit better shot of all this when we remove this fella. Okay, now, this is him over here. Now, first of all, I'll put some fresh solder in here to try and mix in with the burnt solder that's there, so we can drop him out. Okay, he might push out a little bit. He wants to. Yep. Okay. Now, there he is there. Where are we? That fella. Okay. Now, probably on top here, I don't want to damage the board. This is a double-sided board. So if I can just, might have to put a little bit more solder in there, I think, on this side. And try and lift him. Guys, what I'm going to do is, I don't want to damage the board on this. We're going to cut him. I mean, we know he's dead. There we go. And now we'll try and lift our leads out. Certainly don't want to damage anything. There we go. Now this one up here is, I don't know whether you can see that. I think you can. Very burnt. He's very burnt. Right next to a little cap here. Don't know if it's hurt him or not. But we do have a little bit of scarring there. And I think a little cap is okay. Righto, let's feed in a little bit of fresh solder. Now the component part number is FR304. That's just a component on the board. We'll have a look at what he is in a sec. On this side, we've got plenty of solder here. So you guys can see that okay? Yep, we're right here. I'm try not to let the light shine on it. How's that? Yeah, that's a bit better for you. So, solder wick. Good old solder wick. Let's try and get a couple of holes happening here. Still plenty of solder coming out. But that might be the end of it there. Try this fella. We'll just go to the other side now and see if we can. Yeah, I think we got this one. Okay. Now, we'll go to this side. We do have a burnt board there. We're going to have to have a look at where that goes to. Right. He's certainly been fairly hot, that little board. There we go. He's opened up for me. Okay. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of a scratch around down in here and see what's what with this. I don't know whether all the board's underneath and this is just burnt around it or what this is. Okay. So let's clean this away. Let's have a look at the other side. Okay, we've got good contact there on that fella. Now, this looks like a motor supply or something like that. Fairly heavy circuit board. Scrape this away, and there's actually no pad on him either. Right, now I'll get my toothbrush. Sorry guys, you didn't see that. I'll get my toothbrush and a little bit of methylated spirits and clean him up a little bit. Righto. Yeah, got the meter here just to see what's going on. I'll put one on that side where the back end of the diode where he was to this one. And nope, we've got a capacitor charging up there. So there's no other shorts other than that fella. Good so far. Let's go and get a diode. Get him in. Here's the one we're putting in, which is an IN5408. Okay, so I'll just bend him into roughly into position. Yeah, Goes that way. And with this fella, I'm not going to take him and put him down on the board. I would prefer that he's off the board a little bit. If this happens again, there's a little bit of room for the heat to get away. Okay. So I'll do this. I'm sorry about the lights. Everything keeps reflecting on this thing. Okay. We can. I think we're pretty good there. Now there's no pad on that side to get him, so we'll have to do him on this side. I don't know whether you guys you can see what I'm doing there, I think. Sorry about the erratic camera. We'll do this one from the top. Okay. Looks pretty good to me. Trim that off a little bit above the board. Okay, let's put this board back in and see if the unit works. Now, if it works, I think we'll still take the bottom or the top or however it comes apart, have a look at the gears and perhaps re-grease and just have a look under there if this has fixed this. Okay, let's get it back in. Okie doke. We'll put him back in. There's a couple of little slots down either side here that the board slips into. All right. Yeah, I've got some connectors. They all seem to be lined up. Okay. Down there looks like a battery line. This looks like a battery or charging line. Right. And this little fellow here, control line of some description. Okay. There he is. He's all in and connected. I will just pull this back here a bit. There. And sit it there for the time being. Now, the battery's sitting here. I'll try it on the battery rather than on the power supply because that's what it's got to run on. So battery, probably not much in it now. The poor little thing's been into a dead short. 12.96. There we go. Since he's been relieved, it's a very good battery. Okay. That out of the road. We'll sit our battery back up here. There he is. Sits in that cradle. Okay. Negative. Positive. Tiny little spark there. Only cap's charging up, I would reckon. Okay. Right. Got no idea what this is supposed to do, but it's supposed to go either way, and there's some limits, the limit switches, 2 micro switches there, which is this little spring contact obviously the gate hits that. Remote. Let's press something. Hey, look at this. And gate limit. There we go. Green one. Push him over there. Goes backwards. Okay. Right. Other way. Oh, gee. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Okay. Now, if he's gone that way, and we go backwards, comes back, gate hits, stops him. Okay. If he's there, now we press open. I think that one. Oh, and he goes along, and opens. Boy, there's something awfully, yeah, there's something awfully dry in this thing. Okay, I guess you guys want to see what's in the bottom of this, the gears. I don't know whether you do or not. But anyway, let's have a look. Okay, well, we know the box is working now. She's away. So, I'll slip that back on like that. We don't need to get in here anymore. And I'll find the screws. Now I've got to put a couple of cable ties just around these to stop them falling down there. That's our antenna. Possibly to stop the antenna lead falling down will be to put a little knot just right down the end there. Okay, he's not going to fall in now. Righto, how do we get it out? Screw there, 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 there. I don't know whether you guys want to see the mechanics of this, but we've certainly got him working. Boy, that's a long screw. Yeah. Okay, I'll pause the video until I get all 4 screws out. You don't want to see me unscrewing them. Right, we have all 4 screws out. Now, okay, this lifts off this. Okay, just a moment. Disconnect the motor. That would have been a good thing to do in the first place. There we go. And it looks like we've got an all-in-one gearbox. Don't know whether we're going to be able to do anything with this. I guess take the motor assembly off here and see what's in here. Been a few spideys in here from time to time. Yeah. But gee, this is a very heavy unit. Now underneath the top base, what's in here? Not very much. Spiders, yeah, they've been in there. There's nothing in there now. So, do we take this off and have a look? What do we do? I think we do. We'll probably use a bit of spray grease or something like that. Oh, gee. Is this going to be worth it? I don't really want to break that seal. There's a seal around here. Yeah, I don't really want to break that. We can get some oil down in here and run this in both directions and see if we can lube him up a little bit. Go back to our 12 volts, turn him on. Let's see. I think we can stop some of that noise. Seems to be, put some oil in there. And now we'll put some oil in this end. And we've just about stopped all the noise. That sounds pretty good. We'll flick him back the other way and see how he goes. And we might give him a few more volts. There's 16 volts. And we'll flick him back the other way. Oh. Actually, it only does that when it's idle. You put a little bit of load on it, the noise goes away totally. Okay. I don't actually know what's rubbing there. Seems to be the pulley. There's a little fibre washer in the back of the pulley there, and that's what was making all the noise. Yeah, it's nice and quiet now. I can take him down. Okay, we'll reverse him again to do a final check. And that's running fine. And you don't put your fingers in that because that has a lot of torque. So we'll go. That's 12 volts, so that's about what it will be turning at. Righto, guys. Enough there. Enough of the chit chat. Now, I'll just clean up a little bit there. Now, this fella just sits over top of the unit like that. And I've just got to get this lead out. Here we go. Now, I'll put these 4 screws, these 3-inch screws, back in here, and I'll tighten them up, and we'll come back, do a final test, and call this one a wrap, eh? Just put my mic on. He's all put back together. Haven't tried him yet. Now, what I wanted to do here, put a cable tie on these fellas to stop them dropping back in. We're seeing it was on there in the first place, so that's what we do. Okay. There's a good little fix, this one. I hope you guys enjoy watching stuff like this. I love doing odd things like this. There's not many of us around that will have a go at anything, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward gear. Okay, we hook up the ground, we hook up our power. Right, normally this would connect to a charger to keep this fella fully charged, and in the event of a power failure, I guess it switches to the battery. Righto, let's check, see if he works. Yep. Look at that. Works like a dream. Righto. We'll disconnect his battery. He can, the customer, Graham, there she is. No doubt you'll probably see this on YouTube. So here we go. We'll, don't know where we'll put his keys in there. There we go. So there we go. A remote control sliding gate opener closer, and that's what was wrong with her. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll see me next video comes up. Okay, so possibly a TV or the Breville radio next. Just depends on what's happening. Okay, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye for now.